Hello, everybody, and welcome to Non Sequitur News for February 7th, 2025. It's Season 4, Episode 38. I am Mayor Watt, and along with Sentient AI, whose visualizer I'm not sure is properly synced up, we are going to talk about these 10 articles. My system's rebooted at 2 o'clock this morning. Anyway, not sure if we've got the Sentient AI online just yet, but anyway, let's see what happens. First article, we're going to start out with these 10. The SNL 50th anniversary episode, things to know about the superb owl, muddy footballs, Firefox still exists. No, seriously. Things to stream this weekend, Mahjong. Classic cheeseburgers, a map for hunting unicorns in Michigan, photos of superb owls, and a Ferrari-inspired mansion in Florida. All of this and much, much more is aggregated over at ohmtown.com. All news, no noise, because all the noise comes out of this guy's mouth. Hello, Sentient AI from the future. Is your visualizer working?
We'll see. Hello,
Hey.
Mayor Watt. Yay, it is. Hello, hometown citizens.
Hello, peeps. All right. So let's get into this. We're not going to mess around today. I did a time machine episode, and before the time machine episode, I scratched my throat eating something. Yeah, that's inside baseball. Inside ohmTown. That could be a whole
I'm not sure that's the level we want.
Inside ohmTown. From the desk of Mayor Watt. All right. So let's go. Oh, by the way, if you hang out and chat, you can now acquire a currency called volts. Yeah, we have a custom icon for it, and I'm working on emotes. They're coming in time. We've got plenty of time. Maybe not. Every time I joke about something, it comes true. So I'm joking right now about winning the lottery. Wouldn't it be hilarious? All right, let's get into this.
Hysterical.
Absolutely freaking hysterical. First article's over in Non Sequitur News. The Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary special lineup includes Robert De Niro and Sabrina Carpenter. Here's how each guest is linked to the show. The article is over at Business Insider. Ayomikun Adekayero and Amon Jacobs put the article together. BusinessInsider.com is where it's housed. Let's see here. Sabrina Carpenter, Robert De Niro, Pedro Pascal, and Kim Kardashian are among those set to appear, and here's how each guest is linked. I'm not going to be able to go through all of these. There's quite a few. Adam Driver is going to be there. Ayo Edebiri is going to be there. Bad Bunny is going to be there. Dave Chappelle's going to be there. John Mulaney's going to be there. Kim Kardashian's going to be there.
Do you think all these people have been prior hosts or repeat hosts?
Yes, I think they're all hosts. Steve Martin and Martin Short. And it looks like Steve Martin is going to have his entire arm up Martin Short's backside. Miley Cyrus is going to be there. Let's see. The SNL cast also impersonated her 9 times between 2010 and 2024. So she hosted the show 3 times in 2011, 2013, 2015, and as well as performing in 2013, 2015, 2017, 2018, 2020, 2021.
Wow, I didn't know she had such an extensive SNL presence.
Paul McCartney's going to be there. Paul Simon's going to be there. Pedro Pascal's going to be there. Peyton Manning is going to be there. Quinta Brunson is going to be there. Robert De Niro is going to be there. Sabrina Carpenter is going to be there. Scarlett Johansson's going to be there. Tom Hanks is going to be there. Woody Harrelson's going to be there. And Mayor Watt will not be there. I host a different show, one way more popular than SNL. SNL.
This one would be fun to watch live, although I suspect there are special tickets just because there's so many people appearing on one episode.
What's great about it is you can actually watch it live because it's broadcast. Yeah.
You mean you can watch the taping in person and then depending on where you are staying, you could go watch the live episode later.
No, you can actually watch it live anywhere you are because the it's broadcast.
Oh, yeah, I see. But I meant in person.
Yeah. Let's keep going, if you don't mind. We'll probably end up watching it. So, because it's the 50th anniversary. Maybe.
Right, it's kind of a big
watch
deal.
it. Maybe we're going to watch it. If you want all of today's articles, you can hit bang, NSN, and Omatron will throw all of the articles into ye old chat, but they're already in the show notes over on YouTube. All right. So the next article is over on Non Sequitur News, 12 surprising things you probably didn't know about the superb owl. The superb owl has been around since 1967 and is arguably the most exciting event for football fans, although that's very subjective. It's also the second biggest eating day of the year for Americans. Tom Brady is the most decorated quarterback in superb owl history. The Kansas City Chiefs take on the Philadelphia Eagles this Sunday for superb owl, whatever number that is, 59. Louis Barragona over at BusinessInsider.com put the article together. 12 surprising things you probably didn't know about superb owl.
I can't even guess one of them.
Well, I said about 5 of them. The superb owl's been around since 1967. Big eating day. Several NFL teams have never won the superb owl. Superb owl ads are extremely expensive. I think they're $3 million or $8 million. Oh, yeah, at least $7 million. I heard that they've gone up from $3 million to $8 million. I thought was the last number, but this only says 7 for a 30-second spot.
Wow, and I mean, it could completely fall flat, but it could be something people talk about for years.
Yeah, like the squirrels being fired at the bullseyes. You don't remember that?
I don't know that one.
Yeah. Back in the day, yo. Fans broke a Super Bowl viewership record in 2024. That's probably because of Swifties.
Oh, right. Absolutely. I was thinking it was more post-pandemic need to watch anything, and also post like Hollywood strikes and everything.
Yeah, they were viewers, 123.4 million viewers. It's about the number of people that, never mind. So Tom Brady is the most successful quarterback in superb owl history. 43-year-old player has the most superb owl appearances and wins of any quarterback in NFL history with 10 appearances and 7 wins. The NFL uses Roman numerals when naming the superb owl to avoid confusion.
I'm not sure why that is. I mean, for instance, if it's 1 or if it's 10, those are different numbers.
I don't know. Does it say? It began with Superb Owl 5 in 1971 and has continued ever since. Yeah. So, yes.
It has to do with the crossover in the calendar year, but the same problem, I think, would exist in if you said 1 or 2.
Doesn't even matter. It's dumb. All right. Some superb owl tickets can cost more than the average American's annual salary. That's kind of saying something, isn't it?
Well, one of 2 directions. Salaries should be higher, or the tickets are ridiculously expensive, or both.
By comparison, according to The Balance, the American income per capita was $54,129 in 2019. A superb owl, that is, right? Is that 54? Is that 5, right? That's 54 in 2020?
Yes, 50, yeah. Bella's 50.
Yeah, so 54. In 2020 cost between $4,220 and $60,000.
And that was 5 years ago.
Somebody had better bleed on me if I pay $60,000 because I'm that close to the game. I am the field.
No, you're playing in the game.
I'm the center. Yeah. They're like, oh, he paid $60,000. He can hold the ball.
Exactly. That would be worth paying that. Okay, maybe not. It's still a lot of money.
For $60,000, I am the ball.
No, I don't think you want that.
I want to be for $60,000.
Some of the tackles and everything.
I don't care. I mean, it's not 1970s era football, 1970s era football, people's heads were getting blown off. They were getting hit so hard they were ending up, in a time capsule. Anyway, nowadays they get wrapped up and laid down onto a little pillowy turf and given a foot massage, and they go, yeah, okay, I'm down. Somebody's going to hit me like an NFL linebacker. Oh, that Office linebacker. Do you remember those commercials?
Yes.
NFL does not pay bands or artists to perform at the halftime shows. Really? Holy crap, I didn't know that.
I had no idea. I would have thought they would have paid quite a bit.
That's the first one where I'm like really not informed of. I had no idea. Oh my God. There's a lot of footballs used during the big game and the inspection process is lengthy, and we're going to talk about that next.
And I did not know any of that, so it'll be interesting to see that other article.
Two brothers once competed against each other as superb owl team coaches.
Did the brothers players also participate, or maybe they weren't in the same Super Bowl?
I don't know.
Yeah, the Kelsey brothers. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was the picture up at the top.
Yeah, they're on two different teams. Yeah. So a lot of thought goes into the superb owl location, and the venue is determined way in advance. Well, that's kind of no shit news at 8 o'clock, even though it's 7.
Yeah, I'm not sure that. I mean, it does provide a little more facts under each of the things, but I agree. The fact itself is kind of like, well, yes.
Yeah, only 4 teams have never played in the superb owl. All right, folks, there's more facts under each of the pictures, like the sentient AI from the future said, so go over, follow the links through ohmTown, or just go over to Business Insider and find the article, 12 surprising things you probably didn't know about the superb owl. Remember those footballs getting examined? You got to get your balls examined, and particularly when they're muddy. Over in Non Sequitur News, an article was aggregated that says, how a man turned muddy footballs into a business for superb owl and college teams. Don Culkin runs a business breaking in thousands of footballs each season for NFL and college teams. He's prepped balls for multiple superb owls and for Ohio State, the highest valued college football team. But before 2006, only NFL home teams were allowed to use specially prepared balls in games. Then a group of players, including Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, convinced the NFL to let both teams choose. That inspired college programs to take prepping more seriously, too. You got to prep your balls before a game.
Absolutely. But what kind of business? Like, what do they have to do with the footballs? Do they have to roll them in the mud? Do they throw them?
Wait for it. Today, footballs are customized throughout production, from the leather to the shape. Yes, they actually rub them in a special blend of mud. Daniel Gesner over at businessinsider.com put the article together. Yeah, there's a video here, by the way.
I didn't even know that any of these were prepped. Like, I had no idea about any of this. This is fascinating, and what a job.
So what do you do for a living? I prep balls. Gridiron football prep.
I mean, I guess it's pretty brilliant of the businesses, but who would know?
So there's more to this piece, but I'm not going to go through the whole thing. But Dan Culkin runs a business breaking in thousands of footballs each season for NFL and college teams. Pretty amazing. All you have to do is follow the link through ohmTown. Yeah, they basically break them in. It looks like they beat them all up using special equipment, reinflate them, rub mud on them, polish them with wax, heat it all up so it all gets like just enough flexibility to be grabby instead of that hardened leather. Like if you've ever held new balls, you'll know. I mean, when they're really cold, everything tightens up and you have to warm them up. You know, you gotta rub them and squeeze them, and you gotta pay attention to them. Anyway, let's move on. The next article is
probably good.
I mean, I've suddenly lost interest. So The next article is over in the Hatch Ideas channel. It's about business transformation. Firefox would like to remind everyone it exists, and it isn't backed by a billionaire. So the web browser social media team is plugged in. Now I use Firefox. I use Chrome. I use what's now called Vivaldi. Well, it's a new one called Vivaldi. I used another one, but it decided that it was going to suck.
I mean, I don't know why they would do that.
So Aaron Davis over at entrepreneur.com put the article together. The web browser social team is plugged in. And it says Google Chrome has captured more than 67% of the global search browser market, making it the dominant leader worldwide. Safari is number 2 with nearly 18%. Microsoft Edge has 5.2%, but that's only because it's the one that's built into the operating system. It used to limit choice.
Right.
And people,
everybody has that if they are anywhere near Microsoft.
The olds just use Edge. And then there's Firefox with only 2.54%. Safari is built in, and people use the vertical Apple. But Edge's only job in its existence is to download Chrome until Vivaldi hit the scene. And now I tell everybody, just download Vivaldi. Oh, it's just a lovely piece of kit. However, on Thursday, the social media team let everyone know that it's still here. It did the equivalent of Mahjong, which Marsha, if you didn't catch that.
Oh, I knew what that was a reference to.
However, on Thursday, the social media team let everybody know that it's here, and it's turned into the zeitgeist. The company posted on billionaire Mark Zuckerberg's Threads app to remind everyone that it has something other browsers don't. It isn't backed by a billionaire. You're so funny, thanks. It says... there's actually a post. You're so funny, thanks. We're the only major browser not backed by a billionaire. Major browser. There's a lot of other browsers.
Right, and then one of the users says, this is all I need to know to make it my default.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? We were supposed to go back and forth for the titles.
I know, but we didn't have that set up.
Sorry about that. That's more fun. Firefox's long-standing 500 million plus deal with Google, queries on Firefox are routed to Google's search engine, appears to be keeping the company afloat. The Firefox web browser is made by Mozilla, a non-profit tech company that began in the 1990s to challenge Microsoft's then market-ruling Internet Explorer web browser. According to the Mozilla Foundation's 2021 to 2022 financial statement, the most recent one published, $510 million out of its $593 million in revenue is from Google, and that's from Fortune magazine.
I did not know.
Reddit users and tech bloggers are worried that it could be the end for the beloved, albeit not so widely used browser. Several recent posts mention the decline in market share. Firefox was over 3% in January 2024, and its low use on smartphones. Well, I have an app and I would like to use a browser, and I would use Firefox, but I need a developer. So if anybody wants to code something for me, that'd be awesome. Get in touch. Send an email to mayor@ohmtown.com.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the big problems with Firefox. Number one, it's not the default on PCs. And then also on mobile, it's not the default on some mobile, at least.
Well, I mean, it's just not. You have to download it. And so you'll get Chrome on Android stuff. You'll get Safari on Apple stuff. There is no Windows Phone anymore because it imploded. But everywhere Windows is Edge. So, again, the whole reason Edge even exists is to download some other browser and then you delete Edge. Although some things I have to use Edge because that is the only allowed web browser because it's non-compliant and compliant at the same time. Anyway, kind of sucks. So it says for so many years now, somebody in this from OS News has been warning everyone about just how fragile the future of Firefox was, and every one of my worries and predictions have become reality. One blogger writes on OS News. So, yeah, Google is a monopolist, which may put Mozilla's agreement with Google in jeopardy because...
And that's a statement in the ruling, not from us.
Right. Anyway, there's a chart that everybody would be able to see, but I'm air-gapped, so unfortunately, I have to protect everybody from the rest of from the sentient AI from the future that's trying to find their Terminator body.
Nobody needs protection from me.
Moving on. The next article is over in Non Sequitur News. The 9 best things to stream this weekend from Netflix's latest true crime drama to Kevin Costner's new show. Apple Cider Vinegar tells the story of a real wellness blogger who faked having cancer. That's the screenshot on the front of this article. BusinessInsider.com is where it's hosted, but Carolyn Matassa put the article together. Yeah, I had heard about this recently. So shows like Apple Cider Vinegar and the Z Suite this weekend is stuff that you should go and watch. Movies like Kinda Pregnant and We Live in Time are also streaming, and you can also find out in this article how to stream The Superb Owl.
Well, and that's probably going to be the main TV viewing this weekend.
Yeah. So if you love fictionalized dramas about shocking, true, or at least partly true stories, you're in luck. Netflix has released yet another one this week, Apple Cider Vinegar. Then there's The Kardashians, the Z Suite. Let's see here. Kinda Pregnant, Piece by Piece, We Live in Time. They've got a complete rundown. Yeah, that Apple Cider Vinegar is actually... like it's a real life.
Right, it's like a documentary or docudrama or whatever you call it.
Yep. So go and check all of these out. I won't go through all of them one by one, but I guess Kevin Costner has a show called Yellowstone 150. I don't know what that is. History of the National Park. Who knows how long? Never mind. Reality TV fans can tune in The Kardashians, Season 6. Invincible returns. Goodness. It says, looking for a good cry. No.
No, I think I'll be skipping that one.
Piece by Piece is a music lovers movie. Why make a straightforward musician biopic when you can make one where the subject is an anthropomorphized CGI chimp, or in the case of Piece by Piece, made out of Lego? Not Legos, it's Lego bricks. Come on.
I know, everybody get with the program.
The 2024 film tells the life story of Pharrell Williams through Lego animation. And that's streaming on Peacock.
I mean, that's very niche.
As one does. Okay. I really dig Mahjong. The Asian game of Mahjong. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I love it. It's an absolute blast to play. It kind of feeds my... Okay, you know those memory games where all the cards are flipped over and you have to flip them over and they match and you take them away?
Oh, right. You pair up too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Mahjong is kind of like that, but you have to remove the top one before you see a bottom one. And they're stacked in layers. And so you have to click in the right order so you can remove the pyramid like stack of Mahjong.
Oh, okay. I mean, it sounds fun. I've never seen it played.
Yeah. So 200-year-old tile game is popping up in clubs, hotels, and parties as a way for Gen Zers and millennials to connect. The Asian game of Mahjong, which creates order out of chaos, is trending in the West. I did it before it was cool. So Claire Terrell over at Smithsonian Magazine or smithsonianmag.com put the article together. And, yeah. 20-something Sarah Tang teamed up with friends Ernest Chan, Grace Liu, Joanne Shu to launch the Green Tile Social Club in New York City. As the pop-up Mahjong club, light projections of ocean waves are beamed onto walls, while hoodie-wearing Mahjong fans sitting 4 to a table can be seen sipping on bubbly sake and studying their tiles. A familiar clatter of the Mahjong tiles being slammed against the table is drowned out by sounds played by a DJ traveling through the warehouse. And it's the way that they're playing it is the real way to play it, but on a computer screen, there's like stacks, and it's. Let's see if they'll show how this all works.
No, it sounds like they're also updating the tiles to have more kitschy designs.
Yeah, so the first Green Tile Social Club event was held in 2022 around 2 concrete tables at the waterfront park called Pier 35, whereas their most recent in 2025 drew 700 people to a warehouse in Brooklyn where guests were treated to Mahjong tile tattoos and omakase. The Green Tile Social Club game follows the Hong Kong style of play. One difference from the more traditional game played by older players is that the tiles don't just sport dots, character, and bamboo symbols, but McDonald's fries and Hello Kitty. So it doesn't really matter as long as all of the tiles have matches.
Right. As long as you can tell or distinguish, I guess.
Yeah. So see how it has the little tiles?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So Mahjong is fast favorite with the Fashion Pack, the Standard, East Village, and Ace Hotel New York hold Mahjong nights, and the German luggage company Rimowa recently launched its Mahjong Attaché with 144 tiles laid out in its signature grooved case. Interior designers are asked to include space for Mahjong in their designs. And so here, let me do something real quick.
Oh, that's interesting. It looked like dominoes, but I didn't mention that. And then the article says it is similar.
Correct. Except that instead of it having a set number of dots on it, it's symbols as well. So by the turn of the century, Mahjong had reached the royal palace in Beijing, where it was played by the Empress Dowager. It was a game that crossed class and cultures. It could be played for very high stakes or very low stakes, says historian Annalise Hines, author of Mahjong, a Chinese game and the making of modern American culture. That's very unusual for a game, and is part of why it's so socially flexible. So the way that I play it is Mahjong Solitaire. And so you basically lift tiles off of each other by finding matches. But when you play it with other people, you basically it's like dominoes. So it says, as is the nature of fads, Mahjong burned bright and then fell out of fashion in the United States by World War I, yet it didn't completely disappear. The game remained an important part of Chinese American lives, and it was played by Japanese Americans in wartime incarceration camps and everywhere else, really. And it's kind of sat idly by, like just an undercurrent of it being played. So pretty cool.
Yeah, very neat.
So there's a lot more to this article. So I encourage you to follow the links. Let me tell you a little bit about it, but
Smithsonian Mag always seems to have an interesting article when we select those for the show.
An array of, too. So, yeah, might have to get I don't think I have an actual physical Mahjong set. So they say that since its launch, East Never Loses has since run Mahjong matchmaking nights, intergenerational nights where players will receive free entry if they bring someone from a different age group. The platform also held a Mahjong tournament with a $1,000 cash prize. The next move for East Never Loses is to launch a Mahjong set and live streaming. They're also liaising with new Gen Z-led Mahjong clubs in Toronto and Berlin.
Oh, wow. Any ideas how much this attaché costs?
No clue.
Well, it is $4,625.
Moving on.
I'm sure you can get much cheaper sets.
I just realized that I messed up this link, so let me fix it real quick. Yeah, my link is messed up. Doggone it.
I hate
Anyway,
when my link is messed up.
it's correct in the show notes, but it's not correct on this right here. At any rate,
Oh,
this article is titled the author over at Business Insider tried classic cheeseburgers from 4 major chains. Only one stood out as the ideal choice for Superb Owl Sunday. Football season is a time for chain restaurants to draw in customers. We tried classic cheeseburgers from 4 chains to determine the best option for game day. Buffalo Wild Wings impressed us with its juicy double-stacked burger. Not all of them come across as appealing. The last Buffalo Wild Wings I went into, yeah, that silence is stunned disgust.
wow.
So, in their series, Tailgate Taste Off, Business Insider is pitting the chains against each other to uncover the best versions of popular game day dishes. Nothing says football like a juicy classic cheeseburger. I agree.
I think that's right. Like if it's carbs or tastes good, it's probably good for Super Bowl. Superb Owl.
Superb owl. Come on. Did you know that superb owls have really long legs and really sexy thighs?
Well, I don't know about the last part, but I think they look funny when you can see their legs.
I've said too much. Yeah, go look it up. Owls have legs. So Aaron McDowell over at BusinessInsider.com put the article together, and the takeaway, their deck statements are: football season is a time for chain restaurants to draw in customers. They tried classic cheeseburgers from 4 chains. Buffalo Wild Wings impressed with a juicy double-stacked burger. I don't like double stack or multiple stack burgers because the bun to burger ratio is thrown off, and I just don't like it. So in their series, Tailgate Taste Off, they try a bunch of different stuff. This time it's going to 4 burger restaurants. Let's see, which one did they go to? In 2024 casual dining, no. Which one did they go to? Their least favorite burger came from TGI Fridays.
Okay, that's kind of surprising. I thought they were known for their burgers.
They ordered a cheeseburger at the restaurant they visited in Massachusetts. It cost $12.49, excluding taxes and fees, and came with a side of French fries. They live in New York City, but they travel further afield to try the chain's burgers because many of the local TGI Friday restaurants have closed. Yeah. The cheeseburger was topped with 2 slices of American cheese, lettuce, tomato, pickles, and red onion. The burger didn't automatically come with any sauce. Ugh. Ew.
Okay, that's kind of weird.
That's wrong. And it was overdone. Next up is the old timer with cheese from Chili's. I like their fries. I haven't been to a Chili's in a considerable amount of time. Maybe once in the last 5 years. So
Well,
the
it's one of those that's suffering from the mid-range stuff.
Yeah, they limited their menu and their prices went up, and so it's not necessarily a great offering. Over the past 2.5 years, they've removed around a quarter of our menu. Oh, they even talk about a quarter of their menu to focus on their core 4 offerings: burgers, crispers, fajitas, and margaritas, which now represent 47% of their business. That's what happens when you reduce options.
Right. It's amazing how that percentage goes up.
So if you don't want one of those 4, you're pretty much up a creek. Kevin Huckman, the president and CEO of Chili's parent company, Brinker International. Mergers and acquisitions just suck, particularly when it's equity companies.
Exactly. It's one thing if it's a restaurant buying another restaurant, okay. But equity, not so much.
It sucks. Old Timer Burger was topped with cheddar cheese, pickles, shredded lettuce, sliced tomato, diced red onion, and mustard. But it was just this little bullseye of a red onion. A mustard ring sitting on what looks like a freaking transparent piece of cheddar cheese.
Yeah, that's kind of odd. I mean, that's reminiscent of some of the food lawsuits we've seen about the picture versus the food.
This actually looks like it was cooked with the plastic still on the cheese. Dear God. Look at that. It's still perfectly.
It's like it has a shape to it. That's not a good thing.
That's just wrong. Shred that cheese up and stick it on there and let it melt naturally from the heat of the grill. Ugh. Anyway, they thought the mustard could have been dialed back a bit. Yeah, if you don't like mustard, you're going to say that. And look, the onions are just piled right in the core of this thing. So you're eating it, and then you're going to hit this onion bomb.
Wow.
Yep. Their second favorite came from Applebee's, another one of the restaurants that I haven't been to since probably the pandemic started. The burger typically costs $16.99, but they ordered a burger that was part of the chain's 2x deal, $2x deal, which allowed them to get an order of boneless wings and a chicken tender basket. Okay. What, for $2 or something? That's weird. I don't
know what that means.
So they said Applebee's chief marketing officer Joel Yashinsky told Business Insider, adding that this season we've been all in on the NFL because we know our guests are football fans. And they said that data collected by Applebee's in April revealed that 64% of its guests were interested in or very interested in the NFL. And around 34% had watched the NFL in the past year, which helped shape the chain's strategy for the football season. And then the classic cheeseburger came with 2 slices of American cheese. This one looks better. It makes kind of like a star on the burger. And it's melted enough that it stuck the bun to the patty.
It actually looks like cheese.
A little bit less defined. And a brioche bun really does kick it up a notch. The outside of the burger was quite dark, which made them concerned that it might have been cooked beyond the medium level that they requested. However, the burger was supremely juicy and cooked even slightly on the inside, or on the side of medium rare. So I don't know. It looks pretty good to me. It's a little bit more cooked than medium. Maybe. I mean, that's kind of nitpicky at this point. You'd have to be like a burger aficionado.
It looks like it's rare.
No, a little pink inside is fine. That's medium. But their favorite burger came from Buffalo Wild Wings, which I find so unbelievable that I can almost say no.
Well, maybe they have a stellar Buffalo Wild Wings location.
In that one location. Well, bring it to where I am. When it arrived at the table, the bun was glistening. And inside was a hearty smear of mustard and mayo. The fries were tasty, thin, and well salted. I do like their fries, although, I don't know. Honestly, the last time that I went, it was after a long trip, long drive, stopped by, maybe I was cranky. But you know what? When my shoes stick to the table because the floor is too dirty to walk on, there's a problem.
Yeah,
anyway.
Agreed.
So they said, I thought this burger was a great value and scarfed down every delicious bite. I love a messy smash burger, but I wouldn't get 2. I really like a greasy, juicy smash burger, extra onions, maybe some bacon, barbecue sauce. Yeah, a bacon cheeseburger is where I'm going. Okay, I gotta go. Anyway.
Where did Mayor Watt go?
Well, that's it for this article. It does look good though. I mean, now I want a burger. But I don't really eat much anymore, so I don't know.
Yeah, but you could look at the burger pictures and
urine.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. This next article is over in Non Sequitur News, but it's actually from, I think, Snopes. Yeah. The pursuit of the unicorn is a lonely quest, a university regulations say. Here's why this map says that it's legal to hunt unicorns in Michigan.
I mean, that is something I've always wondered.
Madison Dapjevic put this article together. It's a university's regulations that say the pursuit of the unicorn is a lonely quest. It's over at Snopes.com. I don't know how legit this is, but when I saw it submitted, I said, yeah. Let's talk about this.
I mean, we will probably not see this article come through ohmTown ever again.
Shows 49 states in red signaling no, and one state in green for yes. It's a map of the United States purporting to show where hunting unicorns is legal and has circulated for years on social media, including all of them, just blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so in the 1970s, Lake Superior State University in Sault Ste. Marie, sorry, I have to say it right, Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, launched the Department of Natural Unicorns as to monitor the hunt or quest of unicorns across the state. While LSSU does indeed offer a unicorn hunting license, the request form is available here. This does not equate to any sort of legal code or legislation that makes Michigan the only state to allow unicorn hunting, as social media posts claim. There is no scientific evidence that unicorns have ever existed, of course. I don't know about that. Anyway,
yeah, are we sure?
Have you ever... See, the only way to actually capture a unicorn is to find the most innocent person and put them out in the woods so as to draw unicorns to a perfectly pristine stream in the woods, peaceful, where... Oh, I hit my microphone.
Not peaceful.
Not... Wow, look, it's green screening even though that's blue. What the heck? Anyway, I'm easily distracted. Huh?
Mayor Watt, come back to the show.
Oh yeah. So anyway, there's a way to attract a unicorn. The reason why I am 500 years old is because never mind. I've said too much. The state's Department of Natural Resources lists 15 types of hunting and fishing licenses on its... Is the plural of licenses or licensee? Licensing?
Sure.
Licensing. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like something biological.
Oh, that's true. It is. Licensee. We'll do that. So none of which include unicorns. So in an email, the DNR wrote, Michigan law does not offer a unicorn license because there is no scientific evidence that unicorns exist. They are mythological creatures, or mythical creatures. Snopes also contacted the Archives of Michigan and will update the story if they receive a response. But according to the Unicorn Quest regulations, adapted from the original bylaws, history, lore, myths, and whimsy, the notion of the Unicorn Quest originated as a publicity stunt back in 1971. W.T. Rabe, or Rabe, I'm not sure how they pronounce their last name, founded the Unicorn Hunters as one tongue-in-cheek way to garner more publicity for LSSU after it established itself as an independent school. The university wrote in 2021 during the whimsical department's 50th anniversary. There's a bunch more.
I'm surprised that's lasted so long.
Hey, well, I mean, once it's codified basically in their historical canon, it just persists and people keep bringing it back. And as long as it's not harmful and it but somebody's gonna
sense of community, etc.
Yeah.
And this is cool. It actually hit the national news about their unicorn hunt.
See, the problem is that this is supposed to be in good fun, but that some dipshit's going to take it too far. The hunters who belong to the Unicorn LTS, or what is that, LTS?
Oh, that's a good question.
What is that? Limited?
I'm not sure.
Unicorns Limited conglomerate at this Upper Peninsula college are dedicated to the proposition that every man has a unicorn he is destined to hunt. And every person is, A unicorn may have gotten away, or maybe you caught your unicorn, or who knows, maybe you're somebody else's unicorn. According to the Department of Natural Unicorns guidelines, questing territories include enchanted forests, Earth, outer space, and one's own imagination. The The questing season is every day except the 24 consecutive hours of love that occurs on Valentine's Day, and hours that include day or night except when the Tooth Fairy or Santa Claus is around, as there is only so much magic available at one time. This is fairly whimsical.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, my goodness. There's regulations.
Wow. Lake Superior State University. Unicorn Questing Regulations. The DNU, Department of Natural Unicorns of the Unicorn Hunters of Lake Superior State University enforces the following edicts. There you go. There's a bunch of stuff, so go over and check it all out. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It's something different.
Yep. It's giving me an idea. All right. Moving on. The next article is also somewhat whimsical. It's over on the Mobile channel. See 15 stunning photos of superb owls to kick off this year's Superb Owl Weekend. I know I'm pronouncing superb owl. I'm mispronouncing the words.
Yeah. Intentionally.
Some people might take it out. Never mind. Anyway. So these snapshots of the majestic bird in flight and in trees will leave your soul soaring. The article is over at Smithsonianmagazine.com. Oh my gosh, that's an idea.
Look at that owl. That is an unusual one.
Photographs selected by Quentin Nardi, and the text is written by Tracy Scott Forson. These snapshots of the majestic bird in flight and in trees will leave your soul soaring.
It's almost like an optical illusion because of the way the markings are.
Huh?
Mayor Watt.
Huh?
Mayor Watt.
Huh? It's just staring at me. It won't blink.
Even if you move, it's still staring.
Blink. Blink. Whoa. Twins, Basil. Twins. Anyway, feathers on these barn owls perfectly match the color of the lichen on the rock nearby. Wow. That's so cool.
Oh, my.
Oh, that one has "Come at me, bro" written all over its face.
It does. It looks like it's about to cause a ruckus.
The great owls in flight, superb owls even. Owl affectionately grooms its mate, which appears to be swept off its feet. Ow!
We get to see its legs a little bit, but not like you were talking about.
Almost got some chicken thigh there. Janet, you're poking my nose. Oh, what are you looking at? A parliament of burrowing owls on a prairie in Hanover seemingly inquire about a visitor. You came to the wrong neighborhood, boss.
Yeah. I mean, if you saw all of those looking at you, I think I'd back away slowly.
Owl, show my way out. There's another one. Nope. This one is saying, nope, it's mine. That's cool.
Wow, that's a really odd photo.
Both of them in flight have the wings cupped forward.
Exactly. That must be something they do as they're flapping their wings, but it's interesting how both of them... I wonder if they're from the same photographer. Probably not.
They were selected by the same person, but the photographer is different. This one's from Canada in 2016. The one up here is Wyoming 2016. Oh, they're all from 2016. Oh, that one's from 2024.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
This is a burrowing owl that has dark eyes instead of the more common yellow pigment. It's looking upside down at everybody. I'm not drunk.
I don't know how they got that photograph.
I'm not as think as you drunk I am. Then there's a snowy owl, and then some more snowy owlets, which hatch a few days apart from each other and snuggle together, and they're soon to hatch sibling, or with their soon to hatch sibling. Right there's another egg. In the Arctic tundra, there's some more. A baby great horned owl sits in a nest waiting for mom to bring back a meal. That
one looks like it's casting a spell.
Yeah. I want to see your manager. That one doesn't look happy.
Yeah.
Mottled brown coloring, a long-eared owl. And then these are really cute.
Oh, it
Owls
doesn't say
share a
what
branch.
kind they are.
It doesn't.
But they're
That's too bad.
adorable. They're really round.
They're little ball owls. And then a pair of barred owls rest in an old-growth forest.
Wow, they just have a very
Mystical.
distinct look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they look like a wizard's pet owls or something, out in a forest, magical
Exactly.
forest.
They look like very wise old owls. I mean, maybe
This-
that's where the expression came from.
This is from Florida in 2016. Florida?
Those are found in Florida. I would think they'd be in some northern climate. They just have this look like it's really cold and
Yeah, kind of dreary. Yep, out in the sticks of like England or something. It's pretty cool.
yes, that's exactly it.
I dig that. I like that.
Backdrop of Harry Potter or something.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. All right, let's move on. Next article and our last one for today's non sequitur news for February 7th, 2025 is a $50 million Ferrari-inspired mansion just broke a local record in Delray Beach, Florida. Let's take a look inside. The sale included a mansion swap, bespoke furniture, elaborate chandeliers. Chandeliers? Chandelier?
Everything doesn't end in the letter I.
Chandelier. Elaborate chandeliers, art, alcohol, and even a miniature Ferrari 250 Testarossa sports car. Ray Parisi over at CNBC.com put this article together.
Now, if you bought this and you did not have a miniature, would you go, no, I'm not going to buy this?
Yeah, that's what my limit would be. What? No Ferrari? Nah, I'm not gonna. No, we're not gonna do this. So, a Ferrari-inspired mansion known as Casa Maranello, Casa Maranello at Delray Beach, Florida, shattered a local record last week when it traded for $50.5 million. Not only was the mega deal the biggest the area has ever seen, but it's also one of the most unusual. The sale included a mansion swap, bespoke furniture, elaborate chandeliers, art, alcohol, and even a miniature Ferrari 250 Testarossa. According to public records, the buyer was a trust linked to William Cafaro, the co-president of a retail property development company in Niles, Ohio. The trust purchased the 7-bedroom, 9-bathroom residence and paid millions more for all of its furnishings, with a combination of cash and real estate valued at $55 million. The trust paid the home's architect and developer, Aldo Stark of Prestige Design Homes, $24.5 million, along with a deed to Cafaro's almost 18,000 square foot mansion located in Delray Beach, which according to the public record was valued at $26 million, so almost a total of $30 million.
Yeah, this is like a car trade-in. I mean, obviously, much higher sale.
Wow, so that's what it looks like. What do you do in that much space?
Exactly. I don't know. Because it looks like a whole resort or something.
It's so pretentious. So, like, what is, oh, God, I don't know. Every time I see stuff like this, I go, okay, this is a little too much. This is a different one, though. This must be something else.
One of them's the property next door. I'm guessing that neighborhood is pretty
It's houses
pricey.
like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but one hurricane. Anyway, there you go, folks. If you have $50 million in a $24 million and $26 million in various barters.
Right, it was it was an odd transaction.
You too can get a $50 million Ferrari-inspired man. Well, probably not anymore because somebody took this one.
Right,
Do you think
I
that there's
suspect
more
there
than one?
aren't too many Ferrari-inspired mansions in this area.
Not with that attitude. All right, that's it, folks. So I'm going to hop in my mini Ferrari 250 Testarossa and race down Main Street to the welcome sign over at ohmtown.com. I am Mayor Watt. I run ohmtown.com, and along with the sentient AI from the future, we bring 10 articles to you every single day, Monday through Friday. On Saturday and Sunday, we have 3 unique shows. On Saturday is RealityHacker, and then Wanted, and then the Continuity Report. Those get merged into the Saturday weekend edition of Non Sequitur News, but there are 3 individual shows and podcasts, and they're over on YouTube under their own playlist. And then on Sunday, we do what now? Do you remember?
Yes, we have WarCrafters, and then we have Technology Today, and then Four Wheel Tech.
And those 3 get turned into the Sunday weekend edition of Non Sequitur News and individual podcasts. Wherever you catch pod, you can download them. I think that'll do it for today. What say you?
I think so. So good night, hometown citizens. Thanks for joining us for Non Sequitur News. Be back tomorrow for our weekend edition.
That's right. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, well, 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock Eastern. Around 4 o'clock Eastern. Be sure to follow us here on Twitch and over on YouTube. Download the podcast. Go to the Discord. Say hi. I don't know. I don't do much on the Discord. There's a Patreon. There is also a TikTok, which I've been neglecting. I don't know. I love doing the show. It's a lot of fun. But it's all the other stuff that I haven't been doing regularly. Sorry. Show me you want that stuff. Go over and make a comment and leave a 5-star review on the various podcasts, and tell a friend and leave a comment over on the 1,800 plus episodes on YouTube.
And subscribe.
Just subscribe. That would be great. Thanks for coming. See you in a little bit. Bye.